Hello, friends. We all love poetry. We all love songs. They are a very magical creation. And so, what happens that when we listen to a beautiful song or read a beautiful poetry, it touches our heart, and we are mesmerized by that. We don't apply reason to evaluate the truth behind that. While it is all right to enjoy the poetry and songs, but if we take it on the face value, if we accept the message behind that, we may face a fallacy. We may be misdirected toward the untruth. So today we are going to learn about the fallacies which happens because of the poems and songs. So first of all, why there is a fallacy on poems and songs as compared to say prose? Friends, the poems are full of metaphors and they involve our feelings and imagination. You'll always find that some metaphors are used so that you go beyond the words. And instead of using your mind, you use the heart. Poems always touches our heart. They bypass our rational mind. And this is the reason that many of the scriptures like Vedas and Gita or the Holy Quran has been written in poetries because that has the maximum impact. And the impact of the poetry become magical when you have music into that, because then the poem become a song which has a very magical impact on us. And so when we listen to a song, we listen by our heart. Our mind is not applied in that. As a result, we are unable to evaluate the message of the poetry in a rational manner. Now, heart is governed by the feeling. It tells you something right or wrong, not on the basis of the overall analysis, but on the basis of whether it feels good or not. Anything that feels good is right. Anything that does not feel good is wrong. So if the message is something which we believe in, which we like, then we will accept that as a true without any critical analysis. And that is where we reach to the wrong conclusion. If it is not a poetry, our rational mind is active, and then we evaluate the pros and cons. Here it is not like that. If it feels good, it is right. If it doesn't feel good, it is wrong. Let's take an example, a शायरी of Mirza Ghalib. He said, इश्क पे जोर नहीं, ये वो आतिश है गालिब, जो लगाए न लगे और बुझाए न बुझे. It means that we have no control over love. It is like a firework which cannot be ignited when we want, and it cannot be extinguished when we want. Now here we can see that there is a metaphor. Love has been compared with a firework. Is it true? We know that even a firework, it does not, blow off its own or burn off its own without any, unless you ignite it. In the same way, in the case of love also, we should not be blind. Now, this poetry is very much used by the people who have no control over their heart. And they fall in love, they go for immoral love, extramarital love, premarital love, and they justify that, okay, we have no control over love. This is what Ghalib has said. And then they repent. Because yes, we have a control over love. The rational mind, if it is in control, we will value many attributes of the person, like what are the foundational value of the person, what is the background, what's the education, we'll see the compatibility, all those things we will see, and then only we will fall in love. But otherwise, if you don't do any rational analysis, you fall in love just because the person is beautiful, voice is good, or whatever reason, and then you realize that you have made a big mistake and your life is spoiled. Many crime, murders, rapes takes place because of this illusion of love. Similarly, let us take another poem by Robert Frost. This is a very famous poem, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. Two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. This particular poem says that if you want to make a difference in your life, if you want to do something very significant, you should not follow the common path. You should go on the path which is less traveled or followed by less number of people. That means unconventional path. Now, this actually impresses a lot of people, and this is why this particular poetry is very popular. Because most people actually follow the common path, become part of the rat race, travel in the common path where there's a huge competition, chances of success is low. And in that case, what happens that if you don't succeed in that mission and you become a failure, then you feel that had you gone on the other path, maybe you would have succeeded. Because those people who go on that path are not successful in the traditional sense. They may be school dropout or failed people. And so you believe, okay, if I would have gone on that path, I would have succeeded. So this poetry appealed to you. But even if you achieve success, you get a good job, good salary, and all that, then also after some time, you get used to it. And you start feeling that you could not do anything special. You are just cog in the wheel. You could not make a name for yourself. For example, as a child, we are fascinated by the people who are known by their name, like the authors, poets, actors, sports persons, leaders. And we want to become like that. And so, if you succeed in this rat race also, you feel that you could not become what you dreamt. And again, you feel that this particular poetry is really having a lot of value. The point is that we all want to be known by our name. We want to do something extraordinary for which we are known. But little do we know the difficulty of this path less traveled. So let's understand that. We all want to become extraordinary people. And to become an extraordinary people, yes, you have to follow the path less traveled. That is true. But the people avoid this path because the chances of success here is very, very low. You see, if you write an engineering entrance examination in a country like India, and even if your rank is, say, 1 lakh or 2 lakh, still you will get a decent job. Because there are lakhs of jobs which are available in engineering sector. But what happens if you try to become an author? If an author is even 100th rank in the country, he will not be able to earn enough money to pay his bills. Hardly any amount he will be able to earn through royalty. In the path of less traveled, the failure rate is very high. And another problem is that here the winners take all. There will be one actor, one author who will be making millions or even billions. But as far as the number 10 or number 100 person is concerned, he will be making nothing or maybe making a very small amount. And that is the reason that people don't follow such path because the risk is very, very high. And you must know that. So whenever you choose a career or path, you must see not only the what the topper is doing or what the best person is doing, but what is the position of the person who is at the 100 rank, 1000 rank, 1 lakh rank, because you can't be sure that you are going to be number one. Competition is very stiff. And only when you find that even if you are not on the top, but even the median income is good, then only you should consider. I'm not saying that you should not go on this pathless travel, but it is very important to understand that you must first secure your basic needs, because if you can't pay your bill, then you can't survive and you can't pursue your dreams. Again, the important thing is that they touches your heart, they invoke your feelings, and on the basis of feeling you make the judgment, which is generally not correct. So don't get swayed by these poetries and songs. Always use the critical thinking and find out the missing part of it. And only by combining the two, only when combining the heart and head, you will find the whole truth, and then you will be able to take the best decision. So, friends, always enjoy the poetries, enjoy the songs, but As far as the message is concerned, always critically analyze and then only accept the message. Thank you very much.